Eyjafjallajökull volcano has gained momentous contemporary fame due to its recent 2010 eruption. Its ash cloud wreaked havoc in international travel and caused major disruptions in aviation schedules. Many countries in the region experienced flight cancellations and delays, and the chaos continued uninterrupted for 6 days. The financial losses in the air travel industry has been reported to exceed well over $1 billion. Just over 230 years ago, an Icelandic volcano erupted with catastrophic consequences for weather, agriculture, and transport across the northern hemisphere, and helped trigger the French Revolution. The Laki volcanic fissure in southern Iceland erupted over an 8-month period from the 8th of June 1783 to February 1784, spewing lava and poisonous gases that devastated the island's agriculture, killing much of the livestock. It is estimated that perhaps a quarter of Iceland's population died through the ensuing famine. There were more wide-ranging impacts. In Norway, the Netherlands, the British Isles, France, Germany, Italy, Spain, in North America and even Egypt, the Laki eruption had its consequences, as the haze of dust and sulfur particles thrown up by the volcano was carried over much of the northern hemisphere. In North America, the winter of 1784 was the longest and one of the coldest on record. It was the longest period of below zero temperatures in New England, with the largest accumulation of snow in New Jersey, and the longest freezing over of Chesapeake Bay, where Annapolis, Maryland is, then the capital of the United States. The weather delayed congressmen in coming to Annapolis to vote for the Treaty of Paris, which formally ended the American Revolutionary War. A huge snowstorm hit the South, the Mississippi River froze at New Orleans, and there were reports of ice floes in the Gulf of Mexico. Across the Atlantic, Benjamin Franklin wrote of a constant fog over all Europe, and a great part of North America, and the cause of this universal fog is not yet ascertained, or whether it was the vast quantity of smoke, long continuing, to issue during the summer from Heklu in Iceland, and that other volcano which arose out of the sea near that island, which smoke might be spread by various winds, over the northern part of the world, is yet uncertain. Ships moored up in many ports, effectively fog-bound. Crops were affected as the fallout from the continuing eruption coincided with an abnormally hot summer. A clergyman, the Reverend Sir John Cullum, wrote to the Royal Society that barley crops became brown and withered, as did the leaves of the oats. The rye had the appearance of being mildewed. The British naturalist Gilbert White described that summer in his classic Natural History of Selborne as an amazing and portentous one. The peculiar haze, or smoky fog, that prevailed for many weeks in this island, and in every part of Europe, and even beyond its limits, was a most extraordinary appearance, unlike anything known within the memory of man. The sun, at noon, looked as blank as a clouded moon, and shed a rust-colored ferruginous light on the ground, and floors of rooms, but was particularly lurid and blood-colored at rising and setting. At the same time the heat was so intense that butcher's meat could hardly be eaten on the day after it was killed, and the flies swarmed so in the lanes and hedges that they rendered the horses half frantic. The country people began to look with a superstitious awe at the red, louring aspect of the sun. The eruption is now thought to have disrupted the Asian monsoon cycle, prompting famine in Egypt. Environmental historians have also pointed to the disruption caused to the economies of Northern Europe, where food poverty was a major factor in the build-up to the French Revolution of 1789. In France, the sequence of extreme weather events included a surplus harvest in 1785 that caused poverty for rural workers, as well as droughts, bad winters and summers. These events contributed significantly to an increase in poverty and famine that may have contributed to the French Revolution in 1789.